And here we go.
If you rush me, Mark, I'm never going to call you a cunt again.
Well, that sounds tough. I have to think twice now.
We are live. This is Sneaky P, the game is 080, and we are on game 2 of John versus the World, the 1v1 080 YouTube series. And he is playing against MarcAurel this time, and we actually have John and Mark both in the chat right now, in the voice chat, and so they can hear everything I'm saying, and they're going to be able to hear what the other person is doing the entire time. So it's like they're going to have the map revealed through my narration. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share the link with the people in the game lobby, and then also with the people in the 080 lobby. And then once I do that, we are going to get started.
Can I watch the video also, like on my phone?
We'll just make this game like a completely transparent game where you can just do whatever you want. all cheats are allowed that you can come up with.
Gift of the gods.
Alright, cool. I have posted the links, and it is go time. We have standard settings, 200 max pop this time, and we begin. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to introduce the players. First, in the red, sorry about that, that allows me to click for whatever reason, we have Fuzzy Duck, John. Rated 1404, at minimum 1400, even though last game he was struggling a little bit, but that was his first game. John can easily play 1500 plus level, and he's playing as the Germans. And across from him, his opponent, another awesome friend of 0AD, we have MarcAurel, rated 1595. Mark is for sure 1600 plus, and I think this is definitely not Mark's first game of the day. He can tell me if that's right. I don't know. But he is playing as the
first game of the day, yeah.
It's his first game of the day. Okay, so this could be a little struggle. I don't know. Maybe he's somebody who can just play awesome on the first game. That's definitely not me. But he's playing as the Morias, which I ranked as the, I think, bottom civ or bottom 2 civs. The stream picture is not full screen, somebody said. I'm sorry for the interruption, but Gigi is telling me that the stream picture is not full screen. It's still not? I have no idea why that is. So, sorry about this. Technical difficulties, I don't understand why that is. I'll try that again. Alright, I'm just going to continue going. Okay, he said now it's okay. Yeah, I think that was before, Garen. Yeah, because I was, just messing around with some other things. But we have, Mark, playing as the Morias. I mean, okay, I don't know who I'm going to predict as the winner in this one. I mean, I guess I have to, I think Mark has a slight advantage here, but he is playing a shit civ, but maybe archers are better in A28, and so that, I think, remains to be seen. I hadn't played or been on 080 for like 3 days, and apparently some things have changed. I don't know if people consider archers better or not, but I heard that elephant archers were good, so maybe we will see Mark going with elephant archers. And across from him, we have John as the Germans, already just making only Macemen. No, I'm just kidding. He's not doing that. He's making citizens from the CC. No barracks up yet. Getting the woodcutting upgrade right away. Already has the berry upgrade. If we go back over to Mark, he has the worker elephant on the berries. So no farmstead yet. And then he has the wood cutting upgrade. So this is actually kind of an interesting play. Like if you don't want to use your wood right away as the Morias on the farmstead, and you don't feel like you need the berry upgrade, or you're going to put a few more citizens on the berries, then I guess you just do that. But now it looks like he's building a farmstead. So maybe this is because he's going to have to transition into farming here. But I feel like this farmstead would have been better up here by this berry tree, or maybe over to the left by these deer. But let's see how this works for Mark. And already going into fields. And so Mark let's go ahead and look at what he sees. Okay, he does see the deer on the left, and he does see the berry tree at the top. Let's go back over to John and see what he's doing with eco. Building another house and building a barracks. And Mark still hasn't built a barracks yet, but we're going to see one shortly from him probably. And let's see what unit John trains from this barracks. So last game we had kind of a mix of...
I'm very curious, yes.
so he's training all Macemen, obviously, because he's going for the phase 1 CC takedown. And then from the CC still going with citizens. And now we're going to go ahead and check in on populations and kind of compare the two players here. So Mark with the Morias in blue is at 48 and John is at 50. So close populations, that's to be expected in this part of the game. And Mark already going with the farming upgrade. Let's pop over back to John and see if he has the farming upgrade already. Yes, he already has the farming upgrade, but he doesn't have anybody farming yet. And he's going for the second barracks at 4 minutes and 20 seconds. So that seems like a pretty early second barracks. So we're going to have to see if he is able to support the second barracks. And when I say that, I mean, is he going to be able to train units the entire time from these buildings so that they're not just idle buildings? He just got the house up, so he's not housed anymore, but you do see some idles over here by the farmstead from John. And the wagon isn't being put to use yet. It's just kind of sitting there. So I'm sure he's doing all these things as quickly as possible to fix these issues. And now he has both of those barracks being auto-queued. And he's already housed again. So getting that next house up. And hopefully we're going to see John kind of smooth some of these things out and just get the timing exactly right. And then he's going to have a really, really good eco. Let's go back over to Mark. So Mark here in the blue with this worker elephant and using it to collect the hunt right here. This is the #1 quality of the Morias, in my opinion, is just the worker elephant and making it so you can just kind of move around a storehouse and you can just go find hunt on different places on the map. And already we see some idols from Mark also, but he is not housed. Okay, he got the idols to work right away. In case you didn't hear me say this, both players can hear the narration, so everything is fair. I'm just going to share the links one more time, make sure everybody has them, and then we're going to get right back to this. 0AD is live on YouTube. Cool. And now let's do another population check. 73 pop for Mark and 79 pop for John. Mark has that barracks up, and it looks like he is... Sorry about those like flicker pauses. For some reason, it doesn't allow me to click on buildings unless I do it. And he is training spears. And so let's see if he... No, he's also going archers. So Mark is playing the archers. He has belief in the archers so far in A28. And you guys, I'm committed to A28 now. It's just kind of like... It's the new alpha, we just got to go all in on it, and we got to figure it out and see how it plays. You know, we got to get over A27. We're not going back to A27. That's old news. Okay, we have citizens now. There's no such thing as females or women anymore. And Mark getting this second barracks up here. So at 7 minutes, this is kind of more like when you see the second barracks usually go up. Just so that you can always support it, and Mark doing a good job with 3 constant house builders and laying houses out in advance. But now he has 11 people building a house, which seems like a little bit much. And he is at 94 pop to John's 106. So John is back, and Mark is just slightly behind, and John is back on his normal eco pace, it seems like, of getting that, of making sure that he always has that 100 pop at 7.5 minutes, which is pretty standard for anybody who's playing in like top lobby games or against John, a renowned 1v1 080 specialist. Let's see, is either player building citizens still at this point in the game? John is still building citizens, but John has 2 idle barracks, and they are no longer idle. And now placing down 3 houses, which is like a little bit much, but wait, okay, so now I have a little feedback from Garen. It says the image is cropped in its right side and bottom side like the stream or in another resolution. I don't understand. That's not what it's showing on my half, but let me check OBS and see what's going on. Oh, you're right, dude. Why is that? Hey, if you can tell me why that's happening, I would love to know, because it's not supposed to be doing that. Maybe my liver can also tell me, since my liver is a computer expert. Or Attrick, we have all sorts of computer experts in the game now. John doing a good job putting that wagon to use, using it as a storehouse for his mines. He's already going hard on stone at 9 minutes, and he's choosing to make 8 more spears from his CC instead of clicking up to phase 2, so he's not going to be to phase 2 until at least 10 minutes and 15 seconds, and building a 3rd barracks. Okay, I like the 3rd barracks right now. King Craig says, Sneaky P, I've used OBS, check the screen resolution setting later, you can fix it, and then you change the OBS, the image got fixed, strange thing. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, you guys. But I'm going to get back to the game and hope that the stream is working. John doing a really good job of increasing his pop. He's really booming fast now. If we look at this compared to Mark, he has 20 pop lead over Mark right now. And let's go back to Mark's base, making the archers. And let's see, what is gonna happen? What do we think is the play for each of these players right now? So, what is Mark's play? Mark looks like he's just kind of he's pretty relaxed. He's not really too worried about what John's going to be doing. He's just kind of doing normal eco. He's placing down his 3rd and 4th barracks now, making sure that he doesn't get housed. He's doing a good job with that. He is a little bit short on food. But you do want to, let's see, he's going to phase 2 right now. You do want to have a little bit of extra wood when you're going into phase 2 for those phase 2 buildings. And Mark is already on the mines too. So 1048, 164 pop is good. Let's go back to John. 174 pop as the Germans, and now he's transitioning these women. Wow, he's using a bunch of women to build a market kind of over to the side. Alright, and then building a couple of forges. I like that he's building all the buildings at the same time, and it looks like he's going to be, like, when those buildings are up, he might be really close to going up to phase 3 here, but it looks like he's now, oh, he's making more slingers, though, so this is going to slow him down just a little bit going to phase 3, but I think he has enough on stone. And now that he has the forges up, you're expecting him to start getting the upgrades as soon as possible, especially since he has plenty of metal. I really like John's boom here. It looks really, really good. Let's go back over to Mark. And John is pretty much at max pop now. Mark just slightly behind, and I don't even know if the eco score shows that. Yeah, it does. The eco score shows that John is ahead, which makes sense. He is ahead in pop, and it looks like he's going to be going to phase 3 already. I'm going to check that in just a moment. And Mark now getting up his phase 2 buildings. So we see 2 forges and a market is going up right now. And if we look at the upgrades, it looks like he already got the farming upgrade. He already has the wood cutting upgrade, and just choosing to get the 1 metal upgrade. Okay, let's pop back over to John. You guys, once I get Modern GUI, I won't have to do all this like weird switching over between players and stuff. I'll just be able to see all the player stats right away. So maybe actually before I do the next stream, I'll get Modern GUI to fix that problem. John going with the 3rd forge. I like this. 3 forges seems good. And going to and gonna be in phase 3 in just like 7 seconds. Sorry, Net Hunter, it's not supposed to be named that. I thought I fixed the name on it already, but maybe it didn't update for you. And John's still with 3 barracks. Yep, max pop. What is he doing now? So when you get to phase 3, you got to be doing something, right? Is he building phase 3 buildings? Is he building a siege workshop? Is he getting his hero? Let's see. Does he have the resources to do it? Yeah, he does. He has a little bit too much food, though, now. So it looks like John needs to, I don't know, trade some food away or move some of these food citizens. I'm so used to calling them females, guys. But move some of these food citizens over to wood. And yes, now he's going with the fortress, so he's going to try to get that hero as soon as possible, and maybe even go for will to fight. I'm not sure, but John was telling me before that he was able to get will to fight and a hero and rams and everything at 15 minutes, and so I don't know if he's able to do that in A28 yet, but I guess we're about to find out. It doesn't look like he's going for siege, though. It looks like he's just going for this fortress to get the hero. And then if we look at the forges, yep. He's going to be having like all the forge upgrades really, really soon. Doing really good for 14 minutes. Now the fortress is up. Which hero is he going to go with? Which of these German heroes? You got Boy Oryx, who's like the namesake for this alpha, right? Isn't this alpha called Boy Oryx? And then you have Tudabad. Tudabad? He's going with Tudabad. And then you have Lugius. So I'm not really too familiar with these heroes. Let's pop back over to Mark. Mark already also now in phase 3, so we missed a little bit of what Mark was doing. A little bit behind John with the forge upgrades. Has to build the palace also, so maybe building this fort as defense also. So Garen is giving us like a little history here. Boy Oryx was king of the Simbi tribe during the Cimbrian War. Known for his spectacular victory against the Romans. Oh, so maybe because they made the Germans in this alpha, they decided to nerf the Romans a little bit, just, in honor of Boy Oryx. Now that he has the palace up, he's going with the elephant hero, so maybe he's thinking he's going to have a little bit of siege with that. And then I'm guessing the fortress that Mark is building is just for defense, even though maybe he's also going to try to go for will to fight. I think he knows he's like slightly behind John here. Has 2 elephant stables up, though. I like that he's going elephants, and the elephants are war elephants. And can somebody tell me if the war elephants have been buffed at all? I know they have splash damage, which is really nice. I think they also had a pierce defense upgrade, if I recall. Let's go back to the forge upgrades. Mark is going to have all of the pierce upgrades, and he's going to have all of the pierce attack upgrades too. Doing a good job getting enough metal. Mark has an insane amount of wood, though. I'm not sure why he's getting so much wood. Maybe he's planning on using it later. Let's go back over to John. And John, it looks like he's about to take action here. He has the hero. I guess he's building a couple barracks so that he can replenish his army as soon as possible. And John is on the way. Push, push, push. I feel like this is John's kind of chance to beat Mark here. If you're gonna do a really good job with eco and get ahead of the other player, then you have to go in right away. You have to use that advantage. You can't just sit around and collect like 50,000 wood. Building some more of these barracks, and then just, I guess, using these units to go back. And we have the first battle so far. Okay, this battle could decide what happens here. Let's select all the units and kind of see what it looks like. Ooh, this does not look good for. Well, I don't know. Maybe it is okay for John because he has the hero in there, but Mark has so many fucking war elephants, and those war elephants are just fucking owning all of his melee. Okay, this is terrible for John. This is terrible for John. John needs to get out of there. The war elephants are way too good, and the hero is going to die. Maybe just let the hero... Okay, get a few extra kills while the hero dies, and then get out. He needs to leave, or he's going to lose all those guys. So elephant's looking like a really, really good play so far, and it's going to be interesting to see if John can still win this after that unfortunate battle for him. But he's actually he's only 25 pop behind. He's got to make sure he gets his pop back up. But of course, also, the other good thing about the Morias after the worker elephant is just the extra 20 pop. So that's just going to be really, really nice. And maybe if you're John, now that you're on the defensive, you get you got to get your next hero as soon as possible. But then after that, maybe you even get the fortress upgrades. And now Mark is going all in on attacking that storehouse, making sure that John can't drop off wood there. and now retreating his army. So he's coming back in. He's coming back in. I have a feeling that Mark is going to keep the pressure up. He's got so many elephants now. This army looks really hard to beat. He's just going to keep the pressure up on John. And now John's just standing there and kind of unsure of what to do. It makes some sense. Maybe the best for John is to, I don't know. And those archers can just stay at a distance, and then he can bring the war elephants in. This seems just really, really good for Mark. This is really tough. Oh, this is a terrible battle for John here. This is a terrible battle. You can just see it right away. He's losing guys really quickly. And those war elephants are doing a fuck ton of damage, guys. Dude, A28 war elephants are back. Okay? You can't fuck with war elephants anymore. They have the extra pierce armor upgrade, and if we look at the pops now, Mark is at max pop, and he's 60 pop ahead of John, and John may have to just cede these buildings over here. It's unfortunate he built those barracks over there, but I don't think he's going to be able to defend those barracks at all. And he's got to make sure that the slingers that are coming out of the barracks don't just suicide right away. Yep, so good job bringing them over here. And where is John's hero now? Is he where's John's hero? Oh, there he is. He's over here. Does he have Boy Oryx now? No, he still doesn't have Boy Oryx. Okay. And just going for a little bit of wood here. Let's see. Does he actually need wood? Yeah, I guess he needs a little bit of wood. But now Mark is coming in on his eco, on his food eco, and this is going to be really hard for John to defend. And this is where archers are honestly really nice. Like, archers were too weak in A27, but in A28, if they're a little bit buffed, like, archers are just so good for just standing back and then just like taking out eco and not like putting themselves in harm's way. And now Mark already seeing that there's nobody in the CC, and he's going to be able to capture John's CC here. And this is GG. Wow. Guys, okay, elephants. Make elephants, guys, and then just put them in a front of a bunch of archers. This is reminding me of like of A24, when the Morias were the best civ in the game, and their hero was so much better because they had the guy with like the extra range, like that bald guy, the priest. But now he has bad range, so I guess you don't use him anymore. It's nice to have that extra super tough melee elephant, though, too. And now John looks like he's sending in melee here. And also building a CC at the same time with the citizens. And it looks like his storehouse is getting in the way. We gotta give him a JC delete storehouse notification. But the elephants are just too tough. And the archers are still just taking out guys. And now it's extra GG. And Mark is 85, 90 pop almost ahead of John here. And this CC is just going to go down in about 5 seconds to these elephants here. Maybe more than 5 seconds, like 10 seconds the CC is going down. And he's not going to be able to rebuild from this. Yep, and then the archers can just take out all these slingers here that are trying to take down these elephants. And we're going to call it. We need to get... John... Wow, okay.
I just wanted to get my barracks producing again.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. But yeah, this is hey guys, this is GG, and we got to give John another 5-minute coffee break before he gets ready for his third 1v1 match of the 0AD series, John versus the world. The game is 0AD. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna check out the summary, and then after I go over the summary, and declare the MVP of the game. Then we'll end the stream, and then we'll take a little bit of a break, and then we'll bring the stream back, just so that we have short videos for all these 1v1s. So you see, if we look at the charts, and you go to the eco, John is ahead of Mark the entire game in eco, like almost right from the start. At like the 3 something minute mark, John's eco just takes off, and even at the end it's still ahead of Mark's eco. But if you look at the military score, as soon as they fight, the first battle was just terrible for John. He was way outnumbered, and also Mark had those elephants that were just wrecking John's spears, and from that point on it was just like right there is just GG. There was nothing he could do really. He was just way behind, and the elephants were unstoppable. You guys,
What's good against elephants?
Nothing is good against elephants in A28. Guys, the game is 080. This is Sneaky P, and we are out. I will see you in the next one in a few minutes.
Johnny, you have to teach me how to boom. Can't keep up with you.